What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a basketball game for Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at the Phoenix Suns versus the Los Angeles Clippers. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the road team or the away team up top, their coach's record, their season record, their road record, any other notes I want to add. In the middle is the head-to-head record between the two teams all time and for this season in particular, as well as for the regular season. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their coach's record, and any other notes that I want to add. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this game. Get the ticker going. Suns versus the Clippers. So I'm going to start with the home team first, go over some numbers why I think Clippers will win this game, and then I'll go over some numbers why Suns could win this game. So let's start with the Clippers first. If Clippers were going to win this game, they do have some numbers in their favor for sure. And it's a situational spot for Clippers too. Suns are on a back-to-back. They played yesterday. They played the Los Angeles Lakers yesterday and they won. Now they're playing the Clippers today. Will they win both games? Could be a flat spot for the Suns. There's only a couple games left in the season. So keep that in mind. The Suns have clearly established the number one seed. No one's going to catch up to them in the next couple games. So do the Suns really need to win this game against the Clippers? Probably not. I think the best solution for them, or the best game plan for the Suns, is to just play normal basketball, not try too hard, and make sure all the players, all the key players, make it out of Los Angeles without any injuries heading into the postseason. They don't need to win the game. Clippers, on the other hand, they might have a little bit more motivation to win this game. But let's look at numbers here. Numbers-wise, if Clippers were going to win, today is the 96th day of the Gregorian year. It's a day with 16 date numerology on it, 16 written out, sums to 96. The Clippers, they can get their 96th regular season head-to-head win against the Suns, as Clippers sit on 16 home losses with a win. This is the Clippers coach's 152nd game regular season as a coach for Clippers, and he can get his 215th win regular season for his career. 215, 152 are just anagrams of each other, and it is a day with 152 date numerology on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar. It's the fifth day of the first month on the Hebrew religious side, like 51. And Clippers could become 40-40 for a season record with the win. Right out 40. 40 sums to 51. Today being the fifth day of the first month on the Hebrew religious side. Clippers could become 40-40 for a season record. 40 sums to 51. What else? It is the 231st regular season head-to-head matchup between these two teams. Suns coach can sit on 321 wins. Regular season for his career, 321, 231. They're just anagrams of each other. This is a divisional game, I believe. Divisional game against the 1 and the 8. If Clippers, they're 7-7 in the division. Clippers, if they win, they become 8-7 in the division. And the reason why I bring that up is because Clippers coach can get his 87th regular season win as a coach for Clippers. 87, they could become 8-7. That's a possibility there. And for the Suns, their next game will be against Utah Jazz. Yeah, so their next game is on April 8th against Utah Jazz, and it's a road game. And if we go to April 8th, it will be a day with 18 date numerology. This could set up the Suns to lose twice in a row. They could get their 17th loss against the Clippers, which would set them up to get their 18th loss against Utah. And then it will be a day, the 7th day of the 8th month on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar. And if Suns lose today, their coach gets his 77th loss regular season as a coach for Suns, which then could set him up to get his 78th regular season loss as a coach for the Suns on the 7th day of the 8th month, like 78, a day with 18 date numerology, which would also set up the Suns to get their 18th loss for this season. So this is more of like a look ahead potential. What else? With Clippers becoming 40-40, it looks like kind of like the number 44. And today is April 6th, written 4/6, like 46. And if you write out 46, it sums to 44. It also sums to 80 and 44. And in Clippers' 80th game, they could become 40-40, kind of like 44. So those would be some narratives for Clippers to win this game. Let's look at the Suns. If the Suns were going to win this game, I mean, you look at the injury report here. All the players are in: Chris Paul, Booker, Bridges, Crowder, Ayton. So if they go with this 5 starters, I mean, obviously Phoenix is a good team, and they should be able to beat the Clippers. It just depends on how much motivation they have in this game. Like I said, there's only 3 games left for the Phoenix Suns. They've already established the number 1 seed clearly. The only reason why they would win this game or the next game or even all 3 games is there's a specific number they want the Suns to land on, whether it be 64, 65, or 66. They have 3 games left. I think they'll win at least one of them. My guess would be if they lose against the Clippers, they'll probably lose against the Jazz, and then they'll just win their last home game of the season against the Kings to pick up their 64th win on April 9th, 4/9. Or actually, no, it's the 10th, I think it is, when they play. Either way, it just depends on motivation factor for Phoenix. They don't have to win. But if they are going to win, they have some pretty good numbers to do so. I will say that. Today is April 6th, 4/6, or 6/4. Just could be Phoenix getting their 64th win for the season, 6/64, 6/4, 4/6. They become 64-16 for a season record with the win, 4/6/4, a day with 16 date numerology. It's a day with 32 date numerology, and they could get their 32nd road win as they become 64-16. See, that seems really good. It almost seems too good to be true in a way. Suns would get their 136th regular season head-to-head win against the Clippers on top of it all. 136 is the 16 triangular number, 16 date numerology on the Gregorian. Suns would sit on 16 losses with the win. But also, it's April 6th, 4/6, and 46 written out sums to 136, the 16 triangular number. So Suns have some pretty good numbers. 64, 16, 32, the 136. Clippers, they would get their 41st loss for the season. 41 written out sums to 46. So I think Suns have some really good numbers to win this game. It really just comes down to motivation factor. In my opinion, do the Suns really need to win this game? Do they really have to have Suns win this game? I don't know. We'll find out. But Suns have some pretty good numbers. 64, 16, 32, the 136. Clippers getting their 41st loss. 41 sums to 46. April 6th, 4/6. A day with 16 and 32 date numerology. Plenty of numbers there for the Suns to win this game. They're a full squad. All 5 starters. There's no injury reports as of yet. Who knows? Come closer to the game time, Chris Paul could sit out, Booker could sit out, Bridges could sit out, Crowder, any one of these guys or multiple players could sit out come game time. Because, like I said, they don't need to win this game. What motivation do they have to win this game? I think the biggest motivation for the Suns right now is just not to have any of these players get injured before the postseason. I think that's what they really should be concentrating on. And will that be the case? I don't know. But Suns have some numbers to lose against Clippers today. They have numbers to lose against the Jazz in 2 days, and then potentially win their last home game against Sacramento Kings. Or Suns could just go ahead and get their 64th win on 4/6. Who knows if they what the numbers look like for the Jazz game at that point in 2 days. But yeah, these are the numbers. Clippers and Suns. I think Clippers might be the more motivated team in this game tonight, but we'll see. I'll make my pick. I'll write it out. I'll have it on my Patreon. It'll be in writing, underlined, and italicized. I'll have both sides written out for you guys. And should be a good game. I'm not too sure which side I'm going to go with. I do kind of like the Clippers just because of the motivation factor. But Suns do have all the numbers for the win as well. But it does have a too good to be true feeling to it at the same time. So I'll just keep looking it over. I'll type it up. I'll have my pick on Patreon later tonight. This is the last game of the night, so we still have quite a few hours left until the game. So I'll just look it over, continue to look it over, play with some numbers here. You guys continue to look it over, play with some numbers, add more to it if you need to. And I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys watching. I hopefully win all the money in the world. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks again.